Oh, do they need to see my face? There we go. I hope I don't know anyone in this class.
I am doing my persuasive speech on texting and driving. Yeah, T. This was the last text from John Breen. John Breen was a 23-year-old United States Marine. He was willing to sacrifice his life for our country. But he didn't die from a bullet wound or bomb. He died from a fatal car accident. On March 15, 2009, John Breen was with his family before getting deployed to Afghanistan. While driving to the airport, John was texting his friend when he lost control of his vehicle and veered off the road. He was ejected from the vehicle and died of a massive skull fracture. John left behind his parents, a brother, and countless of friends who miss him terribly. But the worst thing he left behind was his 2-year-old daughter. Texting and driving has become more of a habit now that many people have cell phones. 74% of teenagers and young adults say that they feel very confident in their driving and even say that texting and driving is easy. But 10% of their texting time is spent outside of the driving lane. Now, that may not seem like a very big amount, but 5 seconds is the minimal amount of time your eyes are off the road and focused on your phone. If you are driving 55 miles an hour and take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds, you could be driving the length of a football field without even looking. The number one killer for teens is car accidents. 11 teen deaths per day are caused by texting and driving. This year alone, there have been over 900,000 crashes involving drivers who are texting and driving, and that number continues to rise. 21% of fatal car accidents of teenagers the age of 16 to 19 were a direct result of texting and driving. And 48% of Americans have been in a car while the driver was texting. 1.6 million accidents and 330,000 injuries per year is a result of texting and driving. Many people only hear about the car accidents of people who are texting and driving in the news. Others may have a friend, a family member, or somebody they knew that was in a fatal car accident with a distracted driver. Why do people still text and drive if it's so dangerous? Many people leave their phone on vibrate or loud while in the car, and when their phone goes off, their curiosity starts to wander. Who is texting me? Well, what do they need? Is something wrong? People get so worried about what that text or call is that they just have to answer that phone or read that message. As you know, texting and driving can be very tempting. But how do you stop yourself and others from doing it? As soon as you get into the car, turn your phone on silent. If it goes off, you won't know and will be less apt to check it. If there are other people in your car and you are expecting or receive a phone call or a text, ask somebody else in the car to read that message to you or take that phone call. If you are alone, you want to put your phone somewhere that's in arm's reach, so if you were in a car accident, you are able to call for help. But you also want it somewhere where you shouldn't be tempted to text and drive. In this case, you should put your phone in the center console. This way, you are less apt to text and drive, and if you were in a car accident, you know exactly where your phone is. Texting and driving can not only hurt you, it can hurt the people in the car and outside of it. Even if you are driving alone, you can still hurt more people than just yourself. Imagine if you were texting and driving and hit a family of 5 in the other vehicle. How would you feel if it left the 3 kids parentless, or even if it paralyzed yourself? No text or call should be that important that it takes away somebody else's life, or even your own life. So put down the phone when you are driving and inform others of the dangers that are caused with texting and driving. This simple task alone can save so many lives.